Hi, bestie. Welcome back to Girl House.
'Tis the damn season.
Yeah, I know. I wish we could have this up out like 2 days earlier because we're going to do a holiday episode for anyone feeling weird about the holidays. I know the holidays can be like a really happy time, but also obviously a very sad time and bringing up a lot of emotion for a lot of people. So we thought it would be good to do an episode on coping with the holidays because we put in a little question and A box on Q&A, question and answer on,
I like that.
Yeah, on Instagram, and a lot of you were like, how to cope with the holidays.
And also, I walked in and Callie was wearing a green sweatshirt and I was wearing a red, and we do celebrate Christmas, and that was not planned.
No, that was
FYI,
crazy.
if you're on YouTube.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So,
but I guess we'll start with updates.
You first.
I went on a date last night, and I will spill. Look, you know I always spill so much with you, but I actually found out that this person did listen to the podcast last time they were featured on it.
And they were happy about the feature.
Yeah, but it's
feature
just
number
like
2. Look at you.
Now I know that they are listening right now.
Mm-hmm. So what do you want to say?
I'll just fill in the Girl House community as much as I can, knowing, just so you're listening to this, bestie, not the person I went on the date with, but the bestie. Like, I am really, I always want to tell you everything, but this is actually uncomfortable for me. So just want to let you know I'm always sharing as much as I can with you. But because imagine going on a date with someone and knowing they're like, I know that
he's listening. All right, I feel like we're just making it weird now. He probably feels weird listening right now. So talk about it.
It's fine to I would listen to.
Oh, as would I.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, I went on a date. It was unexpected. Met playing pool, not flip cup. Oh, but we have played flip cup, of course.
Of course, we played flip cup.
He's okay at the game. But
you could say that about us. That would be generous to say that about us with the pool.
Oh, I thought you were going to say about flip cup.
No, I'm just saying.
No,
so
we're
like,
pretty
you
bad
know,
at pool.
it evens out.
He's pretty good at pool.
Yeah, so it evens out. We both have games where we could use improvement.
Yes. Yeah. But I don't know. I didn't know we were going. I never... Look, I thought he was very cute at the bar. And
she walked in. Is this TMI?
No, you can share.
She walked in and she was like, that's the person I'll be talking to.
Mm-hmm.
And then she talked to him.
Yeah.
But then after, okay, I'm sorry.
No, then we like just had a flip cup night and went to bed, and I didn't really think much of it. But then we saw him at the bar last weekend, and we actually ended up all going to the beach after the bar closed, and Celia encouraged us to try kissing to see if it would be
it was just such a tension in the air. I'm like, okay, if no one's gonna do this, I'm just gonna have to say it.
Yeah. So we shared a passionate kiss, and I have it made me realize Sparks really flew on my end, at least. This is just so weird because I know, but yeah, then after we shared that kiss, I was like, oh my gosh, I actually would definitely like to go on a date with this guy. And so we went on a date to La Cabana last night and shared another very passionate kiss. And I do definitely like him.
All right, well, I think that's all you have to say on that.
Yeah.
Very exciting news.
Yeah.
Do you know when you'll see him again?
I don't, but hopefully soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the same front, his friend rejected me.
Yeah.
That's one of my updates.
Yeah.
We've been going to this bar, and we had our little flip cup night, and then the next night,
Did we go there twice this weekend? We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the night...
That was this weekend.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, yeah, because your mom got here Saturday. Yeah.
We went Friday night, and it seemed like he really liked me, and he'll probably also be listening, which is a little uncomfortable.
They both
listened to it. Yeah, actually, that always takes me so off guard.
They actually,
in person, he was like, so I heard the podcast, and that always just like really throws
They
you.
don't think that we gave an accurate depiction of their flip cup skills.
No, but like, you have to understand, whenever someone like brings it up in real life or over text, it's something that I only think that Girl House community hears.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just like the most uncomfortable crossovers of boundaries.
No, I never think that anyone listens to it, but it would explain why a lot of people are no longer friends with me.
Anyway,
not a lot.
We're getting sidetracked here.
Yeah.
Basically, and then the next night, apparently he's no longer interested. I also did tell him I was moving home.
So
from my
ego's
sake,
it was super weird and like harsh and like a weird way. And he had some denial going on. Basically, I had a sidebar conversation with him, and he like claimed he was not interested, and then I was like, yes, you were. And then he was like, oh yeah, I was.
Very strange.
And then he did bring up that you were moving. He claims that's not the reason, but maybe he feels weird for that to be a reason why he's like not interested.
And then other update is that my mom's here. So yeah, it's about to be Thanksgiving. We're actually filming on a Tuesday because tomorrow we'll be at the Real Inn.
Yeah, which is what Celia's. I'm so excited too. Like, I'm very excited, but Celia's been talking. She brings up the fact that we're going to the Real Inn for dinner because we've never been for dinner. She brings it up almost every day, sometimes twice a day for the past like 2 months.
I'm very excited about it.
I'm so excited too. It's just funny because you'll be like, if you know what I'm so excited about, as if like, yeah, you haven't told me like 1,000 times that you're so like, yeah, I get it.
I am every time.
I'm super excited too. But it's just like,
if you live in the LA area and you haven't been or you don't know about it, it is the most adorable little seafood shack on the side of the PCH, like quintessential Malibu, as we've discussed. But at night, it's
call it
lit
a
up.
Seafood shack. It's definitely a restaurant, but you don't get served there.
Yeah, but it's like very low key vibes.
Yeah, but
that's why I would say, like,
when you say shack, it sounds like a little like there's no like.
It's a restaurant, but it's
they have a lot of seating, and it's like,
yeah, I don't know. It's like a low key seafood place.
Yes,
it's amazing. But the vibes look so good at night, and they always have all these desserts listed, and we've never gotten that because it just hasn't really felt appropriate midday. Usually we go there to cure our hangover. I don't really know.
And then
we never got desserts. And they have so many options, so we're gonna go ham on the desserts because it's like the night before Thanksgiving. I just can't wait.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's all my updates. Any others for you?
I think we had a really fun weekend this weekend with your mom too. We went to we took her to Shellback.
That we did.
And showed her where we play Flip Cup, but it wasn't Flip Cup time.
And we took her to La Cabana as well, which was very fun. And then they did bring us free shots. Remember when you thought that would ruin it? The one time that we didn't fully sip the shots. Yeah.
I was worried because I can't take a shot. Yeah. But,
and my mom downed the entire shot. She didn't realize
made
that
fun
we
of
sipped.
Us. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was truly shocked to see my mom down an entire shot.
Yeah, it was funny.
Anyway, but yeah.
I guess do I have any other updates? Yeah, I guess not. I guess let's get into the app.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Holidays.
I feel like, to start off, holidays, like, I think there's a lot of pressure from, like, especially what we see in, like, movies, and I feel like it's a time where everyone really overshares and really, the holidays give, like, an even bigger excuse for people on social media to glamorize their life and make it look perfect, because I think everyone wants it to seem like this holly jolly perfect time. But the same way that I feel about birthdays, where it's like I don't like to celebrate my birthday because it brings so much goddamn pressure, I think the holidays bring so much goddamn pressure too. And like, I always get so excited. I love Christmas, but I feel like I'm actually notorious for ruining Christmas myself. I've talked about this before. I tend to always ruin Christmas, and everyone gets pissed at me. I don't. Something takes over during Christmas. I'm a monster.
Like clockwork.
I'm a monster on Christmas, but I think
not
like
towards me. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, there's just all these expectations to have it be like this big, family, perfect, holly jolly celebration, and that's just like not the case for a lot of people. And I think then it makes you feel weird about your own life. So,
and I feel like the older you get, the more complications are brought in, and the more it's just like it can be very overwhelming.
No, I know.
To be surrounded by your entire family that you're not used to being surrounded by. And like it can also be the most amazing. It can be all the things, but I'm just saying, like, the older you get, I feel like the holidays just become different, and that's a little like accepting that and growing up is a little sad.
Yeah, and on my end, they've always I think like, so my biggest insecurity, and I've seen people talk about this, is like I never have the normal holidays, and it always makes me feel weird. Like my holidays are always like really quiet because all of my extended family is in California. So like growing up, like we would go to California for Thanksgiving and Christmas when my great grandparents were still around, but like we kind of stopped doing that once my great grandpa passed when I was like 12. And so like like when I was younger, it's not like we like went to California for every holiday. So like I've never had, and like I don't have like a ton of cousins, or like I literally have 3 cousins. Like I don't have a ton of extended family. Like I do, but we don't all, I don't know. It's just like I feel like we were brought together from my great grandparents, and then like aside from like my aunt, uncle, my grandma, my dad's side, grandpa, my mom's, like that's pretty much like, and then my cousins, like I don't have a ton of extended family. Especially I don't have any on the East Coast. So like I think one of the things I've always felt like uncomfortable or even like embarrassed about is that like I don't have the typical, like I see everyone else and they have like all of these like family members and everyone, and it's like this, like you were saying, it's like overwhelming for you being around a bunch of family. Like I never have had that really, except for like a few times when I was younger. It's like usually just like my parents. Now my grandpa, now that he's moved to the East Coast, he sold his house in California and moved, and my brother, like even my brother like opts out on holidays. Like he was like claimed he couldn't come to Christmas last year because he was going to Mexico. He didn't even go, but it's just like then like when my brother doesn't go, and it's literally just like my parents and my grandpa, like obviously very grateful for them, but it's never like it makes me feel really sometimes just like weird because I never, and like my parents both grew up having like really big holidays, and they like the low keyness of it, I guess now, but like I've never had that. So I think like, and I've seen people talk about this on social media, so if you don't have like a normal, like literally like for Christmas sometimes it will just be me and my parents, and like it just feels like super weird because it's just us, like, and then everyone else is like posting like with all their family this big celebration, and like we just usually will like make breakfast and then like go like read and by the fire, which is like really nice, but and I wouldn't even think negatively of it, except that I feel weird because I see everyone else with like their big family celebrations, and I think that's something I've always wanted that I've never had. That's
such a weird thing that you brought up. Social media has made holidays something entirely different.
Yeah, you thought that was profound.
I just never thought of it that way. Like social media has made it so it's just another way for FOMO, and it's just another way to prove how much or little you have.
Yeah,
that's like so wild that didn't used to exist.
No, I know. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people who don't have, like, I know there's a lot of people who don't, like, I saw TikToks last week that made me feel better of people who were like, I don't have this big holiday, like, it's just like, but, and like, that's something I yearn for, and maybe like one day when I have my own family, like, I will have a bigger holiday. But yeah, I've always, like, that's been like something that's genuinely like made me feel insecure, like, throughout my whole life, is that like I've never had like really a big holiday, except for like I can think of a few Christmases at my great grandparents' house, but then like that was literally years and years and years ago. So if you too are like just have like a really small holiday gathering, like you're not alone, and it's not weird, it's just like everyone has their own family dynamics, and social media just makes you like think what the perfect family dynamic is, and like that's just like really never the case for
family's the same.
And I don't know, I'm there with you if you feel weird about like, I mean, like, yeah, my Thanksgivings are like, first of all, like we're all, my immediate family's vegetarian, so like we don't even have like we'll like make pasta for Thanksgiving usually. And it's just, yeah, I don't have like a traditional, we have our own traditions, and I'm not saying like I love my family holidays. They're just not normal, and it's easy to compare it and feel insecure about it.
Yeah. Which, something that I love that we've done for the both of us.
Yeah.
Not to take away from anything you're saying, but something that you can do if you do feel ever insecure is create your own traditions.
Yeah.
And something I look forward to with my holidays being a little bit out of whack in the past few years is we've created tradition ourselves.
Yeah, there's a really sweet coffee shop where we'll get mochas and
on
like
Christmas Eve
around.
morning. It's how we start Christmas Eve. And it's like, that's another thing, like your family, you can't, again, we love both of our families. This is not to say that, but you can't pick your family, and it's okay to feel like insecure and different things that are happening, and your traditions might not be what I don't know, the Kardashians posting on social media Christmas morning, like that's the extreme, but like it might not be that, but you can also, you know, create a tradition for yourself or with a friend,
or even like
you said,
like with yourself. I'm like a monster on Christmas, and like I fear like someone's gonna take this out of context. So like sometimes I'm scared to share about my behavior on Christmas. But it's like honestly, my whole family gets really upset with me on Christmas. Like it's a whole thing, to the point where we have actually like now decided to like not make gifts what the holiday, like it's more like we've decided to go like less gifts now, because it's, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Did this happen when Santa existed, by the way?
I don't think we have anyone listening who it's a pretty like not PG podcast.
Me. Okay. Well, I love Santa. If you're listening.
I think everyone listening is like 20 and above.
Okay.
But yes.
Wait, what if I just like, that kind of hurts my heart.
Okay. Santa.
Did this ever happen with Santa's gifts is what I meant to say.
I really.
Carry on.
I think it's fine. But when Santa stopped bringing me gifts, but when he did, no, it wasn't a thing.
Okay. So this is personal towards your parents.
Yes, it is. It very much is.
By the way, I have a story after to make you feel better.
Okay, that will be great. Yeah, no, I think it's like, well, first of all, like the magic kind of goes away from Christmas when you get older. But
because Santa doesn't bring gifts?
Yes. But all I want is like the magic. Like I'll never forget, like one of my favorite memories ever is like after my holiday concert in kindergarten, I went home in my room, and my mom, like she's always just like, despite what I'm saying about my holidays feeling weird, my mom like really goes ham to always make it feel special. And I remember in kindergarten, like she put a Christmas tree in my room when I came home, and I was in disbelief because like Santa brought it. Everyone on this podcast. I just don't feel like we need to be doing this. Okay. But anyway, yeah. I was like, it was so magical, but I think as I've gotten older, I get a little pissed off because and this makes me sound like I need you to understand I am a very grateful person. I don't even need gifts from anyone. It's not about the gifts. It's that I build up this crazy expectation. And this sounds so bad. Like last time I tried to explain this, I literally had my editor cut out a big chunk of it because I was like, I can't say this. And I know someone's going to take this the wrong way. It's not even about, basically I get really pissed off about my gifts. It's like,
to the point where it's like a joke at this point. It's hilarious.
No, it's everyone expects it. It's really bad. And I feel
the pressure your parents must feel.
Well, that's why we don't.
And I'm saying this is a joke. We don't, obviously,
we don't really do gifts anymore because of me. I actually,
it's hilarious.
I picked out my gift this year. I wanted an Aura ring. That's my Christmas gift. And my mom called me today to let me know that Target's having a Black Friday sale if I want to order it for myself. And my dad will Venmo me. It's just, I don't know what comes over me, but it's Christmas morning. I'm filled with expectation. I hate Christmas morning, honestly, like, because after, like, I love the build to Christmas, and then Christmas hits, and it's like, it's all over. The magic's over. We're going to take down the decorations, and then I open the gifts, and there's always one gift a year that just I'm like, what the hell is this? It's really bad. I don't know how to explain what happens because I'm not like this any other time. And then I basically, like, well, when I was younger, like, I guess, like, in high school, I'd verbally get pissed off. But now I know that, like, when I do that, everyone yells at me. And they're like, what is wrong with you? And so now I just I quiet down. I get super moody and quiet.
Yeah.
And then my mom brings up that I'm being moody, and then my brother gets pissed at me, and then my dad. Basically, it will always end every year. I'm sure it will happen this year too, and I wish I could not do it. I wish I every year I try not to. But then basically I storm upstairs to my room. And then my dad will come and I'll start sobbing because I also know that I'm making, like, my mom feel really bad, and it makes me feel
bigger than it is.
It makes me feel so awful. So then I go upstairs and I start crying, and then my mom, like, gets all stressed out, and she's like, "We're just not gonna do gifts next year." And then my dad has to come up and, like, talk to me and be like, "You need to go downstairs and, like, apologize." And it happens every year. And this sounds really bad.
Okay, so one year, all I wanted was this American Girl doll. And I woke up. I was so excited to go down and see if Santa... Oh, and by the way, I was, please, Santa, please, I know. Oh, Mom, it's okay. You don't have to get this for me, Mom, Dad, because Santa will get it for me. I used to use that all the time. Yeah. And then I go downstairs and I open all my gifts, and I didn't get the American Girl doll. I was so devastated that my dad ordered the American Girl doll for me within 24 hours. Yeah. If that makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Because I made such a scene.
Yeah.
And that was not my MO, but I was.
Yeah, you were a child.
Okay.
No, I literally know someone listening to this is going to be like, what is wrong with you? And I agree. What is wrong with me?
Yeah. It's just comical at this point.
It's just on the holidays. Everyone knows it's going to happen. I try to control it. I think what it comes from, if anyone's, hopefully not everyone just is like, what the hell's wrong with you, and stop listening. I think what it comes from is I put such a heavy expectation on Christmas, and it's all this build up. I'm pissed that Christmas is ending. I'm feeling weird about the whole, like, everything. And then I get this,
take it out on them. Yeah.
I think it's like, it's a much deeper thing, and I take it out on everyone. And I'm a monster on Christmas. That's all I can say. 'Cause that's the thing. It's not even about the gift. That's why I know it's like a bigger thing where I just am, like, pissed off. Yeah. It's just the expectation.
You'll have to keep us posted if it happens this year.
I don't think it happened. I'm trying to think back to, I can't even remember last Christmas, but I don't think it happened. It did happen last year.
What happened?
Just say it. I handled it a lot better. It just is a safe place. No, I know, but everyone's gonna think I'm an asshole. My mom got me a pair of ski goggles. It was just kind of like, not the ski goggles. I really wanted a pair of ski goggles, and she thought she was really doing something with these goggles. Mm-hmm. And then I was just like, I always get POC goggles. And she tried to get me these goggles she thought I'd think were really cool. And I got a little upset just 'cause
this is comical, at least.
No, it's really bad.
To bring light to the...
It's really bad. I know everyone thinks I'm an asshole. I hope someone's understanding what I'm saying here.
I'm sure you're not alone in this.
It's not, like, I'm grateful. It's just something comes out of me.
Stay tuned for this year.
Yeah. No, it was super. My mom was so excited about these goggles too. I felt awful.
That's the worst.
Yeah. But I think I held it in a lot better than before. But it was clear that the goggles weren't going to be the goggles that I used because it was not practical. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Like, it was just not even really a ski brand of goggles.
Okay. Simmer down. Maybe she thought they were, like, fashionable.
No, she did. They were like fancy goggles, and I was like, I'm not gonna go ski around with these
little asshole.
Yeah, it's really bad. They're still sitting in my closet.
Oh, so you didn't make a scene?
No, I did. I just didn't get around to returning them.
Yeah.
I told my mom she could use them.
That's very sweet. And what'd she say?
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, they
yeah.
wouldn't fit her. I don't
No,
think.
I've done that before too.
No,
If you want to use them.
I'm scared to discuss it to you. I sound really bad. I'm gonna give the mic to you. I'm a monster on Christmas, and and I think it's a deeper issue. Okay.
Do you want to delve into what it could be deeper?
I feel frustrated by the fact that I'm not having a big holiday.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I'm
And
not even saying that to be funny. I didn't realize it was that deep.
I think
like,
I find a place to put my emotions somewhere else.
Yeah.
And my frustration somewhere else.
I just when you talked about social media, that just blew my mind because obviously I feel the FOMO. Like everyone feels the FOMO. Yeah. But it just really blew my mind that growing up we didn't have social media. Maybe that's why the holidays were so magical.
Yeah.
There was no comparison.
I've always, even I remember in 7th grade when I was dating my boyfriend at the time, I remember he told me he was with his big family celebration, and I felt so embarrassed to tell him what my celebration was. I've always been insecure about it, and I think I find a way to take it out even though it's no one's fault. And I think I take it out through fixating on a gift.
Yeah.
And just getting pissed off.
Well,
it's much deeper than the gift.
Yeah.
Is the point. And I am aware of this is very immature and bratty of me, but I promise it's not in a bratty way. It's just something takes over. And I think I'll just have to wrap this conversation up here, and hopefully you can understand what I mean.
Now you're going to make me look like an
asshole. Now I'm so scared for this episode to go live.
Oh my gosh. No, I do understand what you mean, but now you do make me look like an ass because I do have the big thing, and now I'm going to talk about it.
No, that doesn't make you an ass. That's just yeah.
But I would say Christmas has also lost its magic, and Thanksgiving, which really sucks because that was one of my... Well, Easter's my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
But growing up, I will give it to my parents. I feel like I actually had a very magical holiday with everyone. And we hosted Thanksgiving, and I always look so forward to it because all of our extended family came to our house, and it felt special that we were the hosts.
Yeah.
And we just had little traditions that we'd always get to be the hosts of. And then... One year, my family actually got in a feud, and then a different relative hosted it, and I will never get over that. Just saying. And then it was in between the two, and we didn't go that one year, which was crazy. Then we would do every other year, theirs and ours, which that's when it lost its magic, I guess. When it got stolen out from under me, Thanksgiving. But overall, the holidays were always something that I really looked forward to. And then obviously when my dad passed away, it was when the holidays lost every bit of sparkle. And I never wanted to be this jaded person. I never wanted to be someone that wasn't excited about the holidays. But when something like that happens to you, it's you can't even imagine celebrating when they're not there. It just feels wrong, devastating, disturbing. No, life will never be the same. Magic gone. Yeah. That was really aggressive, but it's how I feel.
No,
at this point, I'm getting more into the holidays again, but I'm excited to have my own family so that I can carry on all the traditions that I had as a child. And try to bring the magic back because, to be quite frank, it's lost.
Yeah.
But our first Thanksgiving, I remember, was pretty bad because my mom frantically cooked the entire meal because it was also during COVID. It was 2021. No, 2020. It was 2020, and my dad had passed away in August, and then Thanksgiving it was me, my mom, and my sister, and my mom, usually we go down to my Nana's now because she's older, and we have it at my aunt's right next to my Nana's and this whole thing. And my aunt raises the turkey. It's a whole thing. Everyone pitches in.
Raises as in from baby to...
Correct, on her farm.
Adult.
Plucks it's the whole thing. Yeah. chooses what turkey we'll have
Yeah.
that Thanksgiving. It is a whole thing.
Yeah.
And like we have appetizers all day. It's the whole shebang. And it was just me, my mom, and my sister. And it was basically months after my dad had passed.
Yeah.
My mom decides to set the table with these old place cards with my dad's face on it for his, and sets his spot at the table. So I come out, I'm like, are you effing kidding me? Like, is this a sick joke?
Yeah.
I can't even like really think about this, to be honest.
Yeah.
And my poor mom, me and my sister, define asshole. Me and my sister are doing our own thing all day because we're so pissed off about the day and feeling down. My mom's frantically trying to make the entire dinner by herself.
Yeah.
Drinks a whole bottle of wine. Sorry, Mom, it's true. By the way,
Valid.
mega size. Like one of those Woodbridge or something. And then gets all pissy that she did everything. It was a disaster.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't even know if we sat disaster. All right, cut to Christmas. So the first Christmas, again, talk about miserable. We used to have, and I mean, we now kind of still do, but Christmas used to be bigger than Thanksgiving because my mom's house that she grew up in, my uncle still lives in, and all the neighbors came for Christmas Eve, the Swedish smorgasbord. It was like a huge thing. It wasn't only just our family, it was like the neighbors. I'm not trying to flex, but it was like the best thing that's ever.
You're not trying to flex.
Well, I feel bad because you were saying that, but I'm just saying it was like magical for me personally, and I'll never get that back. Like most of the neighbors are dead, to be honest.
Oh my God.
It's true. My grandma and grandpa are, and all of their friends.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it was like a tradition that my mom had as a kid, and it went all the way up. And then the Baybut side, we always went for a ski weekend in Stowe, and that was like the first weekend of January. So we got double Christmas.
Yeah.
And that was always so fun until my cousin passed away. So basically growing up sucks.
Yeah.
That's basically the moral of the story.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I feel like my traditions, a lot of them have been, now they're just newer traditions, or they're just not as magical as when you were little.
No, definitely not.
But anyway, so my first Christmas after my dad passed was probably the worst day ever, because it was also during COVID. So we all got tested, and me and my mom and my sister went to where she grew up, where my uncle still lives, but it was just the four of us, when usually like all of our extended family comes.
Yeah.
And my uncle's like the best human being in the entire world, so of
He's
course
awesome.
he tried to make it like so lovely, but we were all just basically in hysterics, miserably crying and drunk. And he was just like, oh.
I can't even imagine him in that situation.
No, it was not.
He's the most positive guy. Yeah.
It was, no part of it was Christmas really at all. But yeah, I think that's kind of, was that basically the year that we started our tradition?
Probably. We started it during the
was.
pandemic. Yeah.
So then we had that tradition to look forward to, and then it was really hard, and this is something that I've never admitted, and Sally, I know you're probably listening, my cousin, but it's very interesting because going to my mom's house at Christmas time, like my sister and I, the second year when everyone was coming, had a major panic attack on the way, because, and I don't mean this like rudely towards anyone, because everyone's obviously been so nice about it, but like it just feels wrong without my dad, and it feels like no one can understand on that side of the family. Like we just wanted to be, I'm not saying this, I know like people are listening, I love my Christmas, but we just want to be with like someone who could understand.
Yeah.
And that's when we started the tradition of now we go to my Nana's on Christmas Day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because we just felt like, I literally almost didn't go. We both didn't that first time after my sister and I driving, because how can they all be so happy and celebrating? Because it's Christmas, that's why, obviously. And like for us to just feel like, so, I mean, if you've experienced something like this, like everyone handles things differently, but it just feels wrong, I guess. And like, it just is, the holidays make you feel like you should be with family. And then when some of your family's missing, it feels very lonely and wrong, I guess. So yeah, now we've started to go to my Nana's after, which I personally love doing, and she is 96, 94.
That's so crazy.
And last year it was so funny because she just kept saying, Mary Lou, can you get me some more eggnog? Because my mom was giving her spiked eggnog. which she doesn't typically have. So I guess when she realized it was spiked, she just kept asking for it until she passed out. You have to understand, like, my Nana's literally 90 something, and
No,
she deserves
frankly,
this.
if I
this
make
point.
it to late 90s, I will be doing the same thing.
It was just hysterical. Like, she was hooked on the eggnog. And we actually watched the Chiefs game, and it was when they were showing Taylor Swift, and my Nana put it on. I'm not kidding. Yeah, she loves. Yeah, she's into it anyway. So yeah, I guess this year I'm feeling more positive about the holidays, genuinely, but sometimes in the moment, obviously, like, emotions overwhelm you. I think I just, like, don't think about things, and I'm trying to be excited for holidays in general, and I'm very excited for our Thanksgiving, which is in a couple of days.
I can't wait for our Thanksgiving,
and there's no pressure because it's like we're having fun.
No, our
alleviates
plan
the
is
pressure.
we're gonna bring her mom on our morning dip, because we were like,
We haven't done it in so long,
and we always, like, go over what we're grateful for, so I think it will be so fun. And then we're gonna come back here, have mimosas. I bought a coffee cake mix, so I was thinking I could make coffee cake, and like I could even maybe do like a hash brown little egg. I think I kind of wanted to do that.
Oh my god.
If anyone else wants it. And then we're gonna have like a cheese and cracker, just like wine,
Christmas movies, maybe go for sunset. We're just having like a very
comfy.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of sad, but I think, and this will definitely maybe be taken the wrong way, but I think that's kind of what makes holidays fun now that I'm older. Drinking.
Yeah.
Especially, like, to not be depressed, which is so crazy because my sister can drink this holiday. Not that she will, but she can legally drink this holiday season.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Also, like, we were drinking spiked eggnog growing up, and, like, she just has no interest in that.
I've never had eggnog.
That was the whole... You always say this, but I feel like we've had it.
No, I haven't.
Okay, we definitely need to do it. I know you're anti, but you should try it.
Calafia sent me their eggnog. I know it's
almond milk.
Yeah, but I guess
you should try it.
I could spike some. I'm open to drink a spike to drink.
Do you have nutmeg?
Yeah, I have nutmeg.
You shave nutmeg on top. It really
I
is
just
delicious.
have like nutmeg spice.
Oh, you can just pour some on top then.
I think I only have like no, I have regular rum. That's what you put in it, right? Rum. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is exciting. How fun.
Yeah.
And the one thing I'm looking forward to in terms of food, aside from eggnog, is my rice pudding, which used to be this whole thing that we only have it at Christmas, and I used to make it throughout the year. When I realized, like, when I learned how to make it, I would make it literally in like July, and everyone would get mad at me.
Yeah.
But we put in one almond, and it's the Swedish tradition, and whoever gets the almond, which I have never gotten, either gets married that year or they get pregnant if they're married, is the old, like, wives' tale. And it's just always, like, such a thing. Like, my great-grandmother and my grandmother would used to, like, plant the almond for people that she wanted, like, if they were dating for a long time. But I'm, like, always so scared to get it, and it's like a huge deal.
You don't want to get it?
No, because I was always embarrassed growing up. It would mean I would either be getting married or pregnant.
Oh.
And so now they've changed it to just quote-unquote good luck.
Yeah,
and my Uncle Mark jokes about how he's, you know, because he's not married. But I was, sorry, ducks.
Ducky, calm.
But no, now I'm like, I don't know. It's just awkward because they make a huge deal of it when someone gets the almond. You have to say it, and then everyone, like, cheers, and yeah, it's a lot. But I am really looking forward to rice pudding. It's my favorite thing at Christmas time.
Well, Ducky's getting really barky now because this was crazy to me, and I can't believe you, like, don't remember this. And this would have been helpful information, but one thing that drives me crazy about Ducky, like, it's so annoying, especially when we're filming. I'll give him a bone to distract him, like a bully stick, where they're like these really disgusting, like, stringy bones. It's just gross, but that will keep him busy. But when he realizes that he's not getting attention, he hides them under pieces of furniture where I can't really get them out easily. Like, it will take me, like, if I'll put it under the bed, I'll have to lift my whole mattress up, or, like, under the couch, I'll have to move the couch, or under the stove, have to move the stove. And then if I don't get it, he sits there and barks until I finally get it. And then Celia's mom brought up that their dog used to do that all the time, who was also a Pomeranian. You never told me that, and you see him do it all the time. And that was just like mind-blowing to me, because I thought it was just like a Ducky specific thing, but I guess it's a Pomeranian thing. So if your dog does this, I feel it's the most annoying thing in the entire, I get so mad at him, because I'm like, Ducky, it's so annoying, but he's starting to do that right now. So I guess we're gonna wrap up because he's about to get really barky.
But if you're hearing this now, it's Black Friday, if anyone still does that.
Oh yeah,
I wish I did.
Oh, I was actually talking about this with this girl at Home Goods the other day.
I really wish I did.
Yeah.
Like the fun of, I used to like walk to Target. I remember when with my high school boyfriend, we walked to Target the night of Thanksgiving, and I like snuck out of my Thanksgiving and we went to Black Friday. Like, those are the days.
I'll never forget when my friend Robin got her license. I like left early and like we went to McDonald's because it was so exciting that she could drive us there, and then we like went Black Friday. Yeah.
She got her license on Black Friday.
It was like 2 days before Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess moral of the story is like no one's holiday is perfect. Like even the most perfect ones aren't, and whether like it's just like it's not ever gonna feel normal. So don't ever feel weird or down, or like it's okay to feel down, but like it's just comparison is a thief of joy, and like no one has a perfect holiday, and it's totally okay to like feel sad on holidays, and like
it's okay to tap out for a holiday. I had tapped out. I genuinely love Christmas, and I tapped out multiple Christmases. I was like, I'm not celebrating.
Yeah.
But it's also like okay if you don't have the perfect like tradition for your own self within your family. Like I said, it's really fun to make a tradition with yourself or with a friend. Yeah. And just like something little to look forward to.
Holidays are weird, and we're here for you. If you're having a weird holiday in any sense, and we love you. And like also like at the end of the day, like while it's such a hyped up period of time and is a magical time, like if for your own mental health you feel like you need to take the holidays off, like totally okay. And like it's just like also, just a period of time.
I've never said this, and I can't promise because I'm really bad at answering, but if anyone does feel really lonely with a loss, you can definitely DM me, because I have never felt so isolated in my life than the first Christmas, I would say. Like, I can't even discuss how I felt on the podcast because it won't be good. But I felt really alone, even with my mom and sister there. Yeah. And my poor Uncle Mark. But we all just spent the night like feeling devastatedly alone. So
I think that will be very helpful to people. That's very sweet.
Yeah. Although I am really bad at answering. So but please do message me if you're feeling alone. My DMs are open. So. Yeah. We love you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. We're here for you, and we will be back around next week. Yeah. I don't know what photo we'll share for this week. Can we talk about it?
Oh my god. Should I pull up some of me being absolutely
I don't know if I have any like photos of me being pissed off on Christmas.
I don't know if I do either, but I'm sure I could find
We didn't
something.
really tell a story time of something where we could put a photo, but
I know this was almost a deep episode.
Well, it was, but
I know.
I'm like, we'll find something to post this week that's
our swinging,
because it could be something that we've talked about prior that we still haven't posted a photo of too, you know what I mean?
Yes, so make sure to follow us, Girl House Pod, on Instagram.
Yeah. And
on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and
YouTube.
If
you want to, liking this episode, or no, not this, liking this podcast goes a long way. Commenting goes a long way. Rating goes a long way. Subscribing to the YouTube channel goes. All these things go a really long way. What do they call it?
Holiday cheer. Spread the holiday cheer.
So if you want to subscribe, like, follow, rate, comment, no pressure, but I will say like. That little second taking to like goes a long way for us. So,
oh my god,
what?
I just realized, because I was just gonna say now I'm gonna go listen to 'Tis the Damn Season for the next month. last year was when all of this went down with my summer romance. It was only a year ago.
Oh my God.
Oh
Because
my
it was during the
God.
holidays. He
It was
texted
Christmas
you on Thanksgiving.
and Thanksgiving. OMG.
Yeah.
No comment. Like, I was so devastated for not even the right reasons. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The week after Christmas, I was devastated over a man. Wow, that's shocking. Anyway, yeah. If you are feeling bad about a boy, never forget that last Christmas, someone messaged me.
Christmas.
Okay. Anyway, messaged me on Thanksgiving, and it was an ultimate high, wishing me a best Thanksgiving.
No, it was crazy.
We were in an arcade with your cousins.
I remember feeling so envious because
He
I
was like,
I was also sad about someone and waiting if they'd text me, and then you got
and he was
text.
like, even though I haven't texted you, like, doesn't mean I'm not thinking about you.
Yeah, it was like a
something.
crazy text.
And then when I went home for Christmas, I went with my cousin and my friend to Nantucket for New Year's Eve, and I had texted him on Christmas Eve, like, Merry Christmas Eve, yada yada, hope you're having a great time with family. I'm gonna be on Nantucket through the new year. Maybe you'll be my New Year's kiss. And he never just remember, he never answered me, and he was on island.
Yeah.
So just remember that if you're feeling bad about yourself.
Red receipts on. It's just.
Yeah. Then he turned his red receipts on. Well, he did call me in February just to tell me that he was on island, and he was so much of a mess. I probably shouldn't be sharing this. That he didn't want me to see him that way.
Such a mess.
And I'm like, yeah, okay.
We all know he's a mess.
Yeah. This is like literally heartbreak last Christmas. Totally forgot about that. And I cannot believe that was only a year ago.
Yeah, I was heartbroken
because I wore this to the brewery. That's like what's bringing me back. Oh my God.
2 Christmases ago, I was so devastated over the situationship who ended things with me because I didn't fit his romantic criteria, even though our bodies were meant to be together. Yeah, I thought it was 3, but you said it was 2. So
no, 2.
Yeah. I was sad about him last Christmas too, because that's when we started having our platonic sleepovers.
Please.
Yeah, and he tried to invite me for New Year's to his awesome Malibu place he was renting.
Oh my God.
he's the worst. Like, think about the worst LA guy in the world, and he's like at the top of the list.
Worse.
Anyway, yeah, I was like devastated over him, and like no one really knew what to do with me. First of all, I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Because you were talking to this guy for 2 months and you're like acting like your life is over. And I was.
I'm trying to remember at Christmas you being this way.
I was so sad. Well, because we grew up in a small town, so whenever I go home, there's not much to do except think about whatever I'm sad about in the moment. And I was really sad. So shout out to my parents for always making Christmas magical. My mom and dad went to Home Goods and like got all of these like super cheesy Christmas decorations and like decked out my room. So like cute. It was like so, and there was like not an inch that wasn't covered in Christmas. Of course I was still probably depressed and probably an asshole on Christmas.
And with that, folks, it's a wrap.
Yeah. I hope no one thinks like it's just a Christmas thing I do. I'm like super nervous for this ep to go out for my behavior.
Oh my Lord.
But okay. Well, we got Ducky's on the bed and about to start barking and jumping. So.
We're in holiday mode.
Yeah, we are.
I technically have one more day of work, but I feel like we have been in holiday
I was gonna ask,
mode.
No.
What? Just say it.
No, I was going to say if there's any chance you want to go get like a margarita, but I know it's inappropriate and you probably
can't. It's not inappropriate.
Tonight?
If my mom's down.
If your mom is down for one margarita at Uncle Bunny, I could be down.
Although I don't know if I'd more want like a glass of wine now that we've had wine.
Oh, I could go get more wine.
We can discuss this after the pod.
Yeah. Okay. We love you. We're here for you. Our DMs are open.
Yes. Love you so much. Seriously. And you know what?
What?
Well, I don't know exactly how to say this, but at the holidays, you have us.
Yeah. You do. We're here for you. Always.
Always.
Always, always,
forever.
Always.
All right, we gotta go. We are getting...
Ricky, you want to say something?
I love you.
Yeah. All right. Love you.